this is gonna be a little bit much. I need to set up my stream chat and I can read this for chat. Whatever chat asks for, I shall do. Because I love you guys, and I'm sorry that I don't know the games you get. I mean, the what are they called? The songs you guys know, you know? Copyright deal, hell yeah, get hype. Yay, we love copyright. You're raising that. Okay. Yes. Okay. So I don't know Eminem or his songs, but I will read you guys the Hunger Games script because I love you guys and I appreciate you guys. Let me just grab my mic here. Eat M&Ms. I don't have any. The Hunger Games, written by Gary Ross, Suzanne Collins, and Billy Ray. Fade in on a prologue, words on a screen. The cause was a rebellion called the Dark Days, the 13 districts of Panem rising up against the capital. The rebellion was crushed. One district, the 13th, was destroyed entirely. The other 12 barely survived. When it was over, the capital decreed that those 12 districts, as a brutal reminder of their treasonous rebellion, would forever suffer a punishment. Once a year, it was called the Hunger Games. As those last words linger, we smash to a nightmare. Please, God, let it be a nightmare. We are abandoned resort town day. Sorry. Flippity dippity hoppity hoppity hop because I'm beginning to feel like a rap god. Wiggity wiggity diggity stack. Okay. We're running through a battle zone, bodies right and left strewn on a street. We keep running, dodging death itself. An arrow just whizzed by us, barely missing, banging noisily into what used to be a newsstand. Another arrow buzzes past, running, desperate, hearing our own footsteps, our shallow breaths and groans of fear. There's another body on a sidewalk, semi-impaled. This is a perfect hell. It used to be Aspen 300 years ago, abandoned now and overgrown with foliage, decaying, dead. We run around a corner, our heart rate spiking. A knife hurtling at us out of nowhere. Psst! It buries itself into our left arm. The pain is searing. We falter. But we have to keep running, have to get to safety. Our eyes darting, looking for somewhere to hide. Old coffee shops, ski rental shops, yogurt shops, skeletal now, covered in vegetation, their windows long since blown away. Death waiting inside of all of them. Then, I check chat once in a while. A spear thrown from what used to be a second-story window. We dive out of its way. It just misses us, but we've landed on that wounded arm. More searing pain. Wait a second, guys. I got a DM. I'm gonna go check that on my phone so you guys can't see it. And Bray just left a comment. I'm assuming it's Bray because no one else has big paragraphs like that. Okay, let's go check out the chat that Bray left for us. No, what the fuck? I see. Okay, Eminem. A spear thrown from what used to be a second-story window. We dive out of its way. It just misses us, but we've landed on that wounded arm. More searing pain. We get to our feet. Please let this end. Behind us we hear voices yelling. Get him. Get him! We don't look back. Just can't. There's a corner up ahead. Safety. We reach it, turning to find a well-built kid of 17 awaiting us, with a spiked mace in his arms. He swings it at us, at our head. Then, pop, blackness. Like a video feed shorting, we are District 12 Town Square Day. A bleak town square in what used to be a coal country, known now as the Seam. A colorless world of sagging buildings and cinder streets. Even the trees seem gray here. Despair, poverty, hunger, and TV. A huge screen in the heart of this town square where 2,000 townspeople just watch that horrific death, live and in color. Their eyes are black, lifeless, years of struggle and death etched into every face as we hear the voice of famed broadcaster Claudius Temple Smith. Temple Smith through TV. Oh, that's too bad. Sage Blanken goes down, knocked out by that Prospero boy from District 3, who certainly is handy with a mace. Once again, both disputes from District 12 are out, but at least they got one into Day 2 this year. 2,000 town folks watching the bloodbath on that huge screen. A girl dots across another overgrown street in that abandoned resort town. The long tongue of a whip lashes out. Trying to trip her, she bounds over it. As we start drifting through this town square, Temple Smith, through TV, OS, don't forget, friends, to vote for your favorite tribute. The cost is 6 florins, or 8 florins, once the games are down to the final floor. 4. Wait a minute, what do you mean, just spray? I matter of fact to send multiple long messages, some would say it would be an entire novel. My sentences may be short, but when they are long, they hold power that you could not understand. The power I have could destroy the universe. The only person I've stopped it is so that you, Emmy, would have to see no horrors. You're right, I'm sorry. I mean, I saw that it was blue, and blue means bray, and you're pink. I'm sorry. Balls. Okay. We come upon a cluster of townsfolk, surrounding a stunned woman. This is Karina. Her face white with grief, because it was her son that just died on that big screen. A wail rises out of her, pure agony, a keening shriek, as Katniss Everdeen walks past without turning. She's 15, lean and hungry, with steel gray eyes and a long dark braid, a fighter, robbed of her little girl years long ago. On her right is that huge screen, broadcasting more of the spectacle. On her left, neighbors lead a shell-shocked Karina away. Katniss continues through the square to find her sister, Primrose Everdeen, 11, barely hanging on to some innocence. Prim quietly watches the games. I'm gonna go catch some dinner. Oh, Katniss. I'm gonna go catch some dinner. Not Steven. Balls. No. You don't have to, Bray, you don't have to donate so much. Like, the 1 cent, like, if you want to, like, highlight your message, you can use channel points. I thought 100 was low, but I can lower it down to make it easier if you guys need me to. I'm gonna go catch some dinner. Prim, can I come? Katniss, it's sweet that you keep asking when you know I'm going to say no. Prim, you're gonna have to teach me eventually, Katniss. Katniss, eventually is a long time from now, Prim. Looking at a mom. Prim nods. Katniss drifts out of the town square onto what was once a viable main street, bleak now. Behind her, 2,000 people keep watching the games in a semi-hypnotic fog. Except for one. Peeta Mellark, a broad-shouldered boy of 16 whose eyes, now and forever, are following Katniss as Temple Smith, through TV, yet another disappointment for the folks from Coal Country and their sodden mentor, Haymitch Abernathy. In Haymitch's quarters, Game Center, same day. Haymitch Abernathy, 40, watches the broadcast from inside a fishbowl. The walls around him are windows, looking out on the Game Center. Mission control for The Hunger Games. Huge screens, data, dazzling technology. Hamish watched eyes it bitterly, slokes down some pale alcohol as X District 12 outskirts, Meadow Forest, day. An untended meadow gives way to a large chain link fence that stretches on forever. On the other side of it, forest. Signs line the fence, no trespassing beyond this point. Violators will be executed. Poaching is a felony. Katniss, unimpressed, throws a stick at the fence. Nothing happens. She crawls under it, scooting in unharmed. Ext forest, day. She heads for a felled log, reaches into its hollow, feeling for something, then extracts it. A bow and arrows, wrapped in a sheath of plastic. Ext forest, clearing, day. Katniss is a born hunter, a born climber too. With her bow and arrow slung on her back, she climbs a tall tree, navigating the branches like a monkey. Ext, tree, branch, continuing. I got another message, guys. Give me a moment. Okay, let's see. Chat. Keep going. I'm all snuggled up. Okay. Ext, tree, branch, continuing. She settles, 30 feet up, great vantage point. And there it is, below, a wild turkey. Katniss draws back at her bow. Ext, another clearing, later day. The dead turkey has been tied to a stick, resting by Katniss's side. She's behind a rock, scouting her next kill. 2 large gray rabbits, maybe 30 yards from here. Katniss lines one up, draws back her bow, tension in a string, when suddenly a hand is placed over her mouth. Someone has come up behind her, out of nowhere. A boy, whispering. Gale, boy. You're good, but I'm still better. This is Gale Hawthorne, 17, her best friend / hunting partner. Handsome, dark-haired, he loves being with her, more than he'd ever admit, even to himself. Loves teasing her, until she bites his finger, playfully. Gale, can't. Ow! Katniss. How do you do that? How do you move without making a sound? Gale, I'm light-footed. Katniss. Get to work. She gestures to the 2 large rabbits, drawing back her bow. Gale draws his as well. They fire at the same time. Ext, creek, later day. 6 rabbits on a stick now, and a second wild turkey. Gale and Katniss sit by a stream, eating fresh-picked greens. He's about to eat one when she yanks it away. Gale, what'd you do that for? That's fawn sleeve. You want to throw up all night? Gale, I'd rather eat the rabbits, you know? Katniss, great. And what would we have to trade with? A lousy reality. Pushes the rest of the meal away. Gale, I didn't watch this morning. Is the Blinken kid still in it? Katniss shakes her head. So we're out again, like every year. Katniss, I think the guy from 2 is gonna win. Gale draws his bow back, indulging in a juvenile fantasy. Gale, one day, one of these will be aimed at Claudius Templesmith, and another one at Seneca Crane. The last one at President Snow. No more games. Katniss, right, except your name's gonna be entered. How many times? 42 times in the reaping next year? Gale, my family needs grain and oil, Katniss. Yours too. Then, in a blur, Katniss grabs her bow, wheels around, and aims 50 feet over Gale's head. Psst! Just begged squirrel. High up in a branch. She starts to climb towards it. Gale, don't bother, it's 2. She's already gone. Hi. Katniss is halfway up the tree. Gale sighs to himself. Gale can't. Or we could just stay out here. Katniss, oh, I almost forgot. Tony capital accent. Happy Hunger Games, and may the odds be. Gale, ever in your favor. She climbs, disappearing up that impossibly tall tree. Next, another clearing. Later day. They head for the electric fence as their haul. Katniss wants something, bends down for it. Purple berries growing at the base of a tree. She eyes them, then picks a few, putting them into the pouch on her hip. Gale watches her, silent until... Gale, we could do it, you know? Katniss, do what? Gale, leave the district, stay out here in the woods. We can make it. Katniss, who took care of Prim and my mom? Gale, I don't mean now, obviously. I mean when Prim got older. Katniss, didn't really think this through, did you? He's trying to diffuse it, he ends a bit. Gale, unless you'd rather move into town and marry a coal miner, or a baker, have 10 kids or something. Katniss, these are my options? Gale's silence. And I'm never having kids with anybody. Not in this world. But thanks. They share a look until an odd silence suddenly falls. The birds in the forest stop singing. Nothing moves. Oh. Hello? Was not prepared for ASMR. Hello. Good morning. Hi, Amanji. Oh, I got another message. I shouldn't respond to that. Mom posted a clip from the fucking thing in the chat. Oh gosh. Listen guys. I just saying, you know. Okay. Anyways, let's see. Guys, am I allowed to do this, by the way? This isn't gonna get me like banned on Twitch or anything, right? Okay. The birds on D4. Okay, let's see. They share a look until an odd silence suddenly falls. The birds in the forest stop singing. I don't know. Singing. Nothing moves. Eerie. Then a blur. Racing past us in sheer terror. It's a red-haired girl. Her name's Lavina. Katniss' age. But dressed differently. Running for her life now. Katniss, cunt. What was that fast? Lavina is gone. Racing for the fence. Katniss and Gale whip around to see what's chasing the poor kid. There's nothing back there until they hear it. From above, a hovercraft. Huge, its prop wash, blowing treetops sideways over the fleeing Lavinia. I was saying her name wrong. My bad. Katniss and Gale hide behind the rock shelf, watching as the voice of an unseen official booms from inside the craft. Unseen voice. Surrender. You are to be returned to the capital for judication. Lavinia is frantic, almost at the fence, when a giant net drops from the hovercraft like a rock, enveloping her. She looks to Katniss and Gale, her eyes desperate. Help me. Gale starts to rise, but Katniss yanks him back down. Katniss, they'll kill you. Before Gale can reply, the net tightens, yanking Lavinia into the air, and she's gone into the hovercraft. Abducted in mere seconds, Katniss just stares. We dissolve too. Into the hob, late day. I don't know, I'm not a streamer. It's fine. I think it's technically copyright infringement unless the scripts are public. I don't know. This is just on the internet, so I'm assuming it's fine, right? Cut off your Twitch profits? Wait, can I read the script of Hunger Games? Can I read the script of Hunger Games on Twitch? For those who want... My daughter and the daughter make it. Twitch made the movie less entertaining. Wait, what? This is the wrong thing. Uh, the script of the Hunger Games. Oh, okay, nice. Yeah, I think so. Okay, we're gonna assume we're fine. Yeah, now Pirate Say was on the internet. What's your point? Let me out. She wants one of these bits. I don't know, guys. I think, guys, I need you guys to be honest with me here. Am I gonna get banned or something? Like, no, I've seen tons. A message. Wait, what? What? Share ratings. Okay, I'm messaging. Okay. Awesome. Yeah, it's fine. Perfect. Good to know. Thanks, chat. I think that's a licensing issue since because you're doing it in front of a live audience. I'm messaging the. Shit. Okay. Nah, because like people's done this before, right? Okay. Reading the script of the Hunger Games. Then we're gonna go to videos. You know what? Fuck it. Post is done. It's good and you are for sure good. They said it's good? Okay. 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 You know what? It's fine. Used to be a coal warehouse. Now it's a black market. Carts offering food, salt, coats, herbs, and all of it's dicey. The feeling is hushed, dark, desperate. Gail trades with a woman named Greasy Stay. Some grains for a chunk of paraffin. Nearby, Candace barters with a bread seller named Opicon, who is eyeing her dead rabbits, evaluating two side by side. Opicon, looks near to me, I want that one. Candace, that one's spoken for, this is the one I'm trading. Opicon, looks narrow to me, Peta, I'll give you 2 for it. Candace and Opicon turn. Here's Peta Malark, approaching with 2 loaves of bread in hand. Candace appreciates the offer. Opicon doesn't, glaring right through Peta, as Opicon, I was offering 1. Peta, I think it's worth 2. Grumbles. Opicon grundles, goes. Candace grins as Peta hands her the loaves of bread. One of them is slightly black on top. Peta, cunt, this one's a little burnt, so we can sell it anyways. Candace, what happened to your eye, Peta? Peta had been trying to conceal it, but he has a shiner. Peta, oh, just wasn't looking where I was going. I just got off the phone and he said it's good. I just got off the oh, okay. She nods, hands over the rabbit. It's time to move on. So, how come Peta's still standing here? Peta, cunt. I'll see ya, Katniss. Katniss, night, Peta. Thanks. He drifts off. She goes in the opposite direction. Gale, not far from here, takes note, then returns to his trading. We follow Katniss through this warehouse of starving crumb sellers. When something catches her eye, Karina, the woman who lost her son this morning, sitting on a stool, her eyes haunted, as her husband, Tigert, hawks some meager-looking chestnuts. Tigert is in a fog, but Karina is catatonic. Katniss pauses, torn, and makes a decision. She passes by Tigert and Katniss. These will help her sleep. My mom takes them. She hands over 2 of the purple berries she picked today, and she's gone before Tigert can even say thank you. Next. District 12, Peerless Street, night. Candace pulls a rickety wagon over a cinder street. A train rumbles outside town, loaded with coal. On its side, District 12, coal, powering the capital for 300 years. There are no street lights on, no power to feed them, but that huge TV in the town square is on, as always, beaming the Hunger Games. Death is entertainment. A crowd watches. Candace walks by without looking up. X Toller Street. Candace home. Night. Just wait to tell Oprah. She said it's alright. I don't think. Okay, I got another message shot. Aish. Okay. Let's see. I'm also said yes. I love the Hunger Games. Go for it. What? Not Emmy. Not Eminem. Oh. Okay. Anyways. Candace walks by without looking up. Oh wait. Small, crammed in, untended. Candace leaves her wagon in the yard where a small goat is tethered. Int. Candace home. Night. Dusty, unkempt. At a table sits Mrs. Everdeen. She's 40 but looks 60, deadened by grief and fear. Candace entered. Katniss! No, I'm home. Prim, Katniss! Prim runs in, hugs her older sister. The bond here is deep. Look what I traded for. Candace holds up 2 threadbare coats she traded for today. Prim, whoa, coats! Katniss, yours are both so worn. Let me see if it fits. Prim throws hers on. She's swimming in it. Prim, perfect. Katniss, Mom? No reply. Katniss crosses to Mrs. Everdeen. A cat, Buttercup, mashed in face, half an ear missing, jumps in on the way. Katniss, Gaunt, move, Buttercup. Prim, be sweet with him. Katniss, why, did he catch a mouse today? Did he do anything useful? Buttercup hisses a bit. No. Eminem has been real quiet since Emmy dropped. Emmy, wake up to sister family. You're in Saskatoon City Hospital. You've been in a coma for 3 years. Please come back. I don't want to come back. Let's see. Need you to wake up. No. Prim, what about you, Katniss? Oh wait, no. Another mouth to feed. She pushes Buttercup aside without much fanfare, then puts the other coke across her mom's shoulders. No reaction. Prim, what about you, Katniss? Katniss, mine's fine. Stand up, Mom. Let me see. Mrs. Everdeen, I don't like you going to the hob. Katniss rolls her eyes. Peacekeepers are gonna shut it down eventually. Katniss looks to Prim, who loves being in on a joke. Prim, eventually is a long time from now, Mom. Katniss, and the peacekeepers trade there too. Mrs. Everdeen nods blankly. It saddens Katniss and Prim. Katniss, Gaunt. Mom, come on, Prim. Help me with supper. Okay. Bray, I'm right here. Bray? Okay. In Katniss' home, den, late night. The girls share a bed in the den. Looking down from a mantel is a picture of their father. He had kind eyes. Prim? Katniss? No, Prim. Katniss? Katniss waits. This is real. Come back home. I'm right here, guys. The girls share a bed and... Okay. What happens if they call you at the reaping next year? Katniss, why would they call me? Prim, I'm not dumb, Katniss. I know that every time you take out Tesserae to get his stuff, it means your name's gonna be in there more times next year. Katniss, don't worry, there'll be people with their names in there lots more times than me. Prim, still. Katniss, shh. Prim falls silent, but just for a second. Prim, Katniss? Katniss, Prim, will you sing it? Katniss, which one? Prim, the one Dad always sang. Katniss, and then they'll sleep? Prim, I promise. Katniss stirs her throat and then wait. I don't know this song. I'm terribly sorry. None of this is real. Come back home. Katniss. Anyways, this is a song. I don't know what it's. Okay. Prim's eyes close. We drift through this home to find Mr. Zephyrine is across the room, wide awake, listening. Katniss, Kant. More song. Mrs. Everdeen. That's a song by Eminem. The spores are real. Okay. Mrs. Everdeen quietly weeps, pure dread. We go to black, over which a super. 1 year later, then smash 2, X, location unknown, morning. Inserts and rapid fire, a combat knife, placed on what looks like a brass tabletop, a spear laying carefully beside the knife. A spiked mace stands against a sheer wall. Lastly, a bow and arrows are hung on a hook. Someone is preparing an arena for the Hunger Games. We cut to. Next, forest. Location unknown, morning. A pack of wild dogs prowls menacingly. These things are huge, the size of bulls, with fangs and hungry eyes. But they're being tracked by a pair of hunting rifles 200 yards away. Darts are chambered into each rifle. As int, capital, game to hunter, warning. Seneca Crane, a dark genius, looks over his domain. This is mission control. Seen from the windows surrounding the Haymitch's quarters last year. It's NASA on steroids, huge screens, data, massive electronic coverage. Okay, what is happening? What is happening? Spores. Panem's founder. Oh, he spored. Spores purely. Suspicious. On an illuminated board, we see 24 empty slots. 2 for each for every district. Names will go here. 2 from District 12. Seneca eyes it, then spots something that irritates him greatly. An assistant, Beto, is virtually drawing on a monitor. It's a hobby, unaware that Seneca is in the vicinity, until Seneca leans in and angrily deletes Beto's screen. Uh-oh. Seneca, you're here to work, Beto. Beto gulps. Unless you think all those tributes are just going to kill themselves. He walks away. Beto's too shaken to blink. Into Candace's home, morning. A quiet, somber feeling in here, like dressing for a funeral. Candace steps into a worn blue skirt. Prim, now 12, tucks a white blouse into a skirt. Her mother opens a wooden box. Mrs. Everdeen, I thought you might like to wear this, Prim. She shows Prim a gold Mockingjay pin. Beautiful. Prim, why do we have to dress up for the reaping? Mrs. Everdeen, it's expected, offering the pin. Take it. Dad loved Mockingjays. Prim, what if I lose it? Mrs. Everdeen shrugs. Prim takes the pin, tries to fix it to her brows, but her trembling fingers won't cooperate. So Candace steps in and does it for her. Candace, put it on tight. There. Candace turns away, but Prim grabs her hand, urgently. Prim, they can't take you. Tell me they can't take you. Candace, don't worry, Prim. We've used a ball or a bad luck already. The sisters study one another, then Prim turns away. Katniss, Kant. Tuck in your tail, little duck. Prim's short tail sticks out. Katniss takes care of it. Prim, quack. Katniss, quack yourself. Katniss hugs Prim tightly, letting on for the first time how unnerving all this is, and kisses the top of her head. Katniss, Kant. Can't be late, right? X, District 12, Town Square, midday. Packed by the 8,000 residents of District 12. They fill adjacent streets, too. Camera crews look down from rooftops. In front of the Justice Building, we find a podium, 3 chairs, a microphone, and 2 large glass balls, containing thousands of slips of paper. On each slip, a name. Candace guides a white with fear Prim through the crowd. There's a grim buzz in the air, a shared tension. Peacekeepers in white uniforms herd everyone along. Unnamed peacekeeper. All candidates stand with the others in their age group. 12-year-olds here, 13s here. As we realize the only people in the square are children, 12 to 18. Adults stand outside the ropes. Mrs. Everdeen is one of them, staring blankly. Katniss guides Prim through. Another peacekeeper steps in. Katniss. She's 12. She tugs him away. She calls out to Katniss technically. They call your name? You run, okay? Katniss, I'll see you at dinner. Dressed casual. A reassuring smile, it helps, until Prim is led into the herd of 12-year-olds, waiting together. Katniss turns away, passing one tense teenage face after another as Mayor Undersea speaks into the microphone on the podium. Mayor Undersea. Gotta get back to work. Good luck. Thank you. Johnny, CEO. He's also said it's good. Thank you. Mayor Undersea speaks into the microphone on the podium. Mayor Undersea. My friends of District 12, in anticipation of the 74th Hunger Games, I welcome you to Reaping Day. Tepid applause. His speech continues. In BG, as Katniss trips through, not far from here are the 18s. Maybe 200 kids trying not to look terrified. Gale is among them. It's just a look between him and Cassis, but it's loaded. I hope it's not you. Gale smiles a thin smile. Katniss turns away, finds her place in the herd of 16s. Plenty of posturing around her, all of its hiding terror. Mayor Undersea, Kant, this day, like the games themselves. CEO, he said it's good as well. Thank you. This day, like the games themselves, provides us a chance to reflect on the cost of our violent rebellion all those years ago, and to be grateful for the kindness now shown to us by the Capitol. It's a time for both repentance and for thanks. Behind Undersea, on the stage, is Effie Trinket, her suit lime green, her hair pink. Beside her is an empty chair until, Haymitch, excuse me, sorry to be late. Haymitch Abernathy stumbles onto the stage, inebriated. The TV cameras zoom in on him as Mayor Undersea continues. Mayor Undersea. By law, each district is required to send one boy and one girl into the games each year. 24 young people fighting to the death until one emerges victorious, bringing great pride and great material reward to his or her district. Joining me now on stage is the only tribute from our fair district to have ever done so. Please welcome Haymitch Abernathy. Hunger Games, I do beat Hunger Games. I'd win. I feel like it's a lot of effort. Like, I don't think I could win with weapons, but if it was a hand-to-hand thing, I feel like I'd have a pretty good shot. Maybe? I don't know. I'm kind of vicious. I don't know. I haven't been in many fights, but the ones I have been in, I've done well in. So yay! Okay. Haymitch rises drunkenly in just one hand, I see, and gives the mayor an enthusiastic slap on the back. When he tries to hug Effie, he ends up lurching across her and slamming into the empty chair. And it all just went out live across Panem. The kids stifle nervous laughter. As Effie, the tight-lipped but professional, straightens her wig, and Mayor Undersea does his best to go on. Mayor Undersea, can't. At first, let a spear goes through my hand. Now I have a pole to snack on. That's not a psychopath in the Hunger Games. Aish, guys. Aisha. Let's see. Best to go on. Mayor Undersea. I'm sure whoever's chosen today will, under Haymitch's city guidance, represent our district well. Kindness tightens. Another look at the Gale. Mayor Undersea, can't. Now, it's my privilege to introduce our tribute's escort. Joining us from the capital, Miss Effie Trinket. One hand sitting in her wig, Effie trots to the podium. Bright and bubbly, she speaks in a stilted capital accent. Effie, happy Hunger Games, and may the odds be ever in your favor. I know you're all excited, so let's get ready. Right to the drawing. Boys first this year. Nobody breathes. Hardened coal mining families, terrified. Even the coal train on the elevated track a few blocks away has come to a stop, its conductor watching. Effie squeezed her eyes shut, sticks her hand in the ball on the boy's side, and plucks a name out. Close on Katniss, jaw clenched, fingers crossed at her side. Effie can't. The boy tribute from District 12 is we push in on Gale as Effie can't. Peeta Malark, which is when we find Peeta just a few feet from Katniss. She'd somehow not noticed him before. But she turns just in time to see his face go pale. A groan goes up from his parents outside the ropes. 2 peacekeepers come to collect him as he steadies himself. Katniss can meet his eyes. His eye can barely mutter, Katniss, sorry, Peeta. Somehow he breathes out a smile, despite the horror. It surprises her, and Peeta's gone, and... Effie, I'm sure Peeta will do a wonderful job for us. Now, the ladies. I would wear the intestines of my enemies and show the world I'm something they should fear. I see. Smack her out. Is there a 2x speed button? Somehow he breathes out a smile. Despite the horror, it surprises her. Then Peeta's gone, and Effie, I'm sure Peeta will do a wonderful job for us. Not the ladies. Not far from here, Peeta's mother has just fainted dead away. Her husband is trying to revive her. Every boy who wasn't chosen except for Gale is sagging with relief. As Peeta mounts the stage silently, and Effie digs her hands into the girl's glass ball, and Effie can't. The girl's tribute from District 12 will be Katniss Gold, Primrose Everdeen, and the world simply stops. Time itself seems to hover. Katniss freezes, replaying it in her head. Must have heard it wrong. Prim too. A look of utter confusion on her face. Guys. 0-1. Prim. Katniss. The square is deadly silent. No one can believe what they just heard. Miss Everdeen staggers. Gale just stares, dazed. Gale mumbled to no one, but her name was only in there once. And here's Prim, lost, surrounded by 12-year-olds. Prim, can't. Katniss? I can't do this. Es Irakus si illustrate Tindalitsil on no nak evil lib to I can't, guys. What they just heard, Miss Everdeen staggers, Gale the stairs. Oh wait, I've already done that. Fuck. Where am I? Oh my gosh, start reading it upside down. It's guys. Okay. I can't tell if I'm hungry. When was the last time I ate, actually? Let me check something. YouTube. Content. Is this thing almost done yet? 5 hours left. Man, okay. Chat, I'm gonna go make some food, okay? Okay, chat? I'll stream again later, okay? I'll bookmark this and maybe I'll do this another time. Maybe. Okay. I love you guys. Bye. Wait, actually, chat, should I have, shrimp noodle rolls, like the like here, maybe I can actually pull up pictures of stuff for you guys. Shrimp rice rolls, dim sum. Okay, I could have these, or I can do tempura shrimp. I could have these images, these, okay, or these, and then what else do I have upstairs to eat? I also have salad, stuff like that. It's so soothing. Okay, anyways, guys, for the main dish though, do you guys want me to do one of this or this? They're both shrimp. Make a decision, guys, so I can go have food. I'm hungry. Tempura shrimp? KFC? Okay, it sounds like tempura shrimp. Okay. I love you guys. Bye bye. Thank you for coming. I will see you guys later, maybe. But I don't know if I'm allowed. I love y'all. Bye bye, my spoilings. Mwah.